Welcome to Live Studio Championship Wrestling as promoted by Nick Gulas and Roy Welch. This is Gil Green on behalf of Shire's Jewelry and Jackie Simpson at WSIX TV.
Welcome to Live Studio Wrestling. I am Nick Gulas and we have a great show for you today. All the top TV stars will be here. Stay tuned, we will be right back.
And here they are, ladies and gentlemen, the Mighty Yankees.
Joe and Bill Sky, we're challenging you for the belts, and we're risking our masks. The Southern Tag Team belts against our masks. This is the biggest match of our lives.
Ready for tonight? Born ready. These outfits will intimidate them.
Good, let's go.
This match tonight is going to be intense. We need to stay sharp from the first bell.
Yeah, their speed is no joke, but our power will overwhelm them if we coordinate.
Exactly. Let's hit them with the double team move early.
Gulas and Welch Championship Wrestling. The classic cards of wrestling. Relive the classic matches from the past. Brought to you by the National Wrestling Alliance.
Ladies and gentlemen, wrestling fans of Memphis, Tennessee, get ready for an unforgettable night of action at the Auditorium Arena. On Monday night, November 25th, the excitement begins at 8:30 p.m., with a card packed full of hard-hitting professional wrestling. In the main event, the Southern Tag Team Championship is on the line as the feared champions, the Mighty Yankees, number 1 and number 3, defend their titles against the popular duo of Ken Lucas and Dennis Hall. With 2 referees assigned to keep order, this championship battle promises fireworks from bell to bell. Then, in a wild tag team showdown, Bobby and Lee Fields take on the tough team of Don and Al Green in a match where anything can happen. As a special feature attraction, fans will witness something rarely seen anywhere in the world. A real 500-pound wrestling bear will be in action as Gentleman Ben squares off against Tamayo Soto in a truly unique contest. And that's not all. Les Thatcher goes one-on-one with Nick Adams in another exciting bout featuring 2 outstanding competitors. The stars you've seen on television are coming to Memphis for one spectacular night of wrestling action. Don't miss the excitement, the drama, and the thrills of live professional wrestling at the Auditorium Arena. Be there when the bell rings and history is made in Memphis wrestling.
On Monday night, February 5th, the Auditorium Arena in Memphis, Tennessee was the place to be for one of the most exciting wrestling cards of the era. The main event featured a brutal 6-man elimination tag team battle. Buddy Fuller, Lester Welch, and Eddie Graham squared off against the dangerous trio of Don Carson, Nick Adams, and the mysterious Red Shadow. Under elimination rules, once a wrestler lost a fall, he was out for the remainder of the match. With no time limit and no disqualifications, anything could happen. To keep order, legendary Jackie Fargo served as special referee. But the drama didn't stop there. In one of the most unusual matches ever signed, Jackie Fargo put his famous hair on the line against the mask of the feared mummy. A barber stood ready at ringside, guaranteeing that someone would leave the arena humiliated before the night was over. The action continued with Herb Welch taking on Al Green in a hard-hitting singles contest, while fan-favorite Corsica Joe battled Bill Sky in another exciting matchup. This was Memphis wrestling at its finest, packed arenas, colorful personalities, and unforgettable battles, a night that helped cement Memphis as one of the greatest wrestling territories in professional wrestling history.
Shines under the floodlights tonight, leaning forward with the hands clasped tight. Check the camera focus, check the silver stand, the biggest show in the whole Alabama land. Behind the big curved desk, the wood grain shows its age, ready for the drama on the Saturday stage. Channel 42 in the heart of the steel, Birmingham magic, you know it's for real. Sterling's on the signal, 10 o'clock chime. Saturday night, it's the greatest of time. Past the exec teach sign and and the dark blue wall. You can hear the crowd roar down the shadowy hall. Camera operator steady with the lens on the floor. Gonna give the people what they're screaming for. He leans into the silver, rhythmic and dry, watching every move with a television eye. Channel 42 in the heart of steel, Birmingham magic, you know it's for real. Sterling's on the signal, 10 o'clock chime. Saturday night, it's the greatest of time. WBMG, climbing up the wire, setting every living room on fire. Waiting for the moment that the sparks all spark. Channel 42 in the heart of steel, Birmingham magic, you know it's for real. Sterling's on the signal, 10 o'clock chime. Saturday night, it's the greatest of time. Saturday night, 10 p.m., Sterling's on the signal.
Gulas and Welch Championship Wrestling, the classic cards of wrestling. Relive the classic matches from the past. Brought to you by the National Wrestling Alliance.
Ladies and gentlemen, wrestling fans across Birmingham and the Southeast, get ready for one of the greatest nights of action ever presented. Tonight's main event features a return NWA World Tag Team Championship match with no time limit and no disqualifications. The reigning champions, Big Bad John and Pepe Lopez, put their coveted titles on the line against the mysterious masked challengers known only as the Mystery Men. Not only are the championship belts at stake, but the losing team will also surrender their hair and masks in this sensational grudge battle. In the semi-main event, two outstanding teams collide as Al Green and Pretty Boy Frank Martinez square off against the rugged combination of Bob Armstrong and Ken Lucas. Expect plenty of fast-paced action and hard-hitting excitement when these four fan favorites step into the ring. Championship glory is also on the line when NWA United States Junior Heavyweight Champion Bobby Hart defends his title against the popular challenger, Mr. Wrestling. Can the champion retain his crown, or will a new title holder be crowned tonight? Plus, you'll see ex-spoiler number 1 in action against the dangerous Oni Mayaba, and the crafty manager Saul Weinderoff takes center stage in a special attraction match.
Ladies and gentlemen, wrestling fans, get ready for one of the most exciting nights in professional wrestling history at the Auditorium this Monday night. Headlining the card is a spectacular battle of the masked teams. There will be no time limit and no disqualification. One team is guaranteed to be unmasked before the night is over. The mysterious spoilers, led by the devious manager Saul Weinderoff, will collide with the interns, managed by Dr. Ken Ramey, in a match that promises drama, action, and shocking revelations. Also on the card, fan favorites Johnny Walker and Jackie Fargo take on the dangerous team of Tojo Yamamoto and Bobby Hart in a clash of wrestling styles and personalities that could steal the show. In another featured bout, the rugged Don Green squares off against the young and determined Jerry Jarrett in a battle of strength, skill, and determination. Plus, Herb Welch and Levon Stone meet Joe Sky and Billy Hines in tag team action that is sure to keep the crowd on the edge of their seats. This tremendous wrestling event is presented by promoters Nick Gulas, Roy Welch, and Bert Bates. Don't miss your chance to witness the action live. And remember, you can watch live studio wrestling every Saturday afternoon on WHBQ-TV Channel 13 from 3:30 until 5 o'clock. Be there Monday night at the Auditorium, where the stars of professional wrestling will battle for glory, pride, and victory in the ring.
haze. He's the reason we live through these long, hot southern days. Got that heavy leather strap around his waist. The fabulous one, baby, with power and with grace. From Nashville to Birmingham, they scream his name. The king of the territory, the master of the game.
We are here in Nashville, Tennessee at ringside to bring you a few highlights of this outstanding match between Jackie Fargo, the challenger, and Don Kent. The Mid-America heavyweight title is at stake, and Jackie Fargo now applies his famous atomic drop on Don Kent. It should have been a pin. It looked like a pin, but Steve Clements, the manager, took Don Kent's leg and placed it over the bottom rope as Fargo now comes back with a tackle. Both men hit hard in a double collision. And Fargo on the floor, the referee making his 10th count as Steve Clements pounds away at Fargo. Fargo pounding back at Clements now with the umbrella. Jackie back in the ring, hits the referee. Pounding away at Don Kent with the umbrella. Once again, Fargo going berserk, hits the referee, hits Don Kent, hits the referee again, and now Sir Clements on the receiving end of that umbrella being swung by Jackie Fargo. As Fargo, outraged, continues his attack with the umbrella. The bell now has rung. The referee has signaled the bell to ring as Fargo continues to dish out punishment on the champion, Don Kent. The referee knocked down once again Jackie Fargo.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, from the dark depths of the unknown, the great Mephisto and Dante, accompanied by their manager, Saul Wheatrow.
Mephisto and Dante. Few tag teams struck fear into wrestling fans quite like the mysterious duo of Mephisto and Dante. Clad in their distinctive red and white masks, these rugged competitors became one of the most recognizable villainous teams in Southern professional wrestling during the golden age of the sport. Known for their brute strength, teamwork, and intimidating presence, Mephisto and Dante dominated opponents wherever they appeared. The masked pair often entered arenas to a chorus of boos from fans who loved to hate them. Their rule-breaking tactics and relentless aggression made them a constant threat to every championship team they faced. One of Dante's most notorious trademarks was the built-up wrestling shoe he wore in the ring. The specially modified boot gave him a dangerous weapon that he used to his advantage, delivering crushing kicks to opponents whenever the referee wasn't looking. Fans erupted in anger whenever Dante used the loaded shoe, but it became one of the most feared and talked about tactics in professional wrestling. Throughout the territories of the South, Mephisto and Dante battled many of wrestling's biggest stars. Whether facing fan favorites like Jackie Fargo, Len Rossi, or other regional heroes, the masked duo always brought intensity and excitement to the ring. Their matching masks, powerful physiques, and championship success helped make them one of the era's most memorable tag teams. Fans packed arenas every week hoping to see the villains finally defeated, but more often than not, Mephisto and Dante found a way to leave victorious. Decades later, wrestling historians and longtime fans still remember Mephisto and Dante as one of the classic masked tag teams of Southern wrestling, a team whose presence added mystery, drama, and excitement to every card they appeared on. With Mephisto's intimidating power and Dante's infamous built-up shoe, the masked duo carved their place in wrestling history as one of the most feared tag teams of their generation. Mephisto and Dante, feared by opponents, hated by fans, and forever remembered as legends of tag team wrestling.
The night the main event ended in chaos. Ladies and gentlemen, the main event at the Coliseum was billed as the Grudge Tag Battle of the Year. In one corner stood the masked menace of Mephisto and Dante, accompanied by their controversial manager, Saul Weingeroff. To prevent interference, officials ordered Weingeroff locked inside a special ringside cage. Across the ring were two fan favorites, Len Rossi and Buddy Wayne. From the opening bell, the action was intense. Mephisto and Dante used every trick they knew to gain an advantage, while Rossi and Wayne fought back with determination and courage. The packed crowd roared as the battle raged back and forth. As the match wore on, tempers flared. Then came the turning point. Dante unleashed his infamous loaded boot, driving a powerful kick into Len Rossi. The impact opened a wound, and Rossi was soon bleeding heavily. Fans erupted in anger as they realized Dante had once again used his controversial weapon to gain an unfair advantage. The violence escalated, and control of the match quickly slipped away from the referee. With punches flying and all four men battling around the ring, order could not be restored. Finally, the official had no choice but to stop the contest and declare the match a no contest. But the action wasn't over. Enraged by the underhanded tactics, Len Rossi and Buddy Wayne launched a furious comeback. The crowd came to its feet as the popular duo chased Mephisto and Dante from the ring. Even Saul Weingeroff was forced to retreat as the fans cheered wildly. The trio made a hasty exit, leaving the ring to Rossi and Wayne. Although there was no winner declared that night, the fans knew who had stood tall when the dust settled. Len Rossi and Buddy Wayne had survived the dirty tactics of Mephisto, Dante, and Saul Weingeroff, sending the villains running and bringing the Coliseum crowd to its feet in one unforgettable wrestling riot.
Buddy Wayne and Len Rossi, Southern Wrestling's sensational team. During the golden era of Southern professional wrestling, few tag teams were more popular with fans than the sensational duo of Buddy Wayne and Len Rossi. Week after week, these two fan favorites packed arenas across Tennessee and the South, thrilling crowds with their skill, determination, and never-say-die attitude. Len Rossi was known for his toughness and fighting spirit. Buddy Wayne brought speed, athleticism, and charisma to the ring. Together, they formed a combination that could match any team in wrestling. Their teamwork and courage made them heroes to thousands of fans who followed their battles from city to city. Among their greatest rivals were the dreaded masked team of Mephisto and Dante. Accompanied by the crafty Saul Weingeroff, the masked villains used every trick in the book to gain an advantage. Dante's infamous loaded boot became one of the most feared weapons in wrestling, often leaving opponents battered and bloodied. Yet no matter what obstacles were placed before them, Buddy Wayne and Len Rossi continued to stand up to the masked menace. Their matches were filled with drama, controversy, and excitement. Fans cheered wildly as Rossi and Wayne fought through interference, rule-breaking, and underhanded tactics. Time and again, the popular duo chased Mephisto, Dante, and Weingeroff from the ring, sending crowds home cheering. Another fierce rivalry came against the powerful Mighty Yankees. The rugged team was known for its strength and aggressive style, creating unforgettable battles whenever they stepped into the ring against Rossi and Wayne. These contests often turned into all-out wars with neither side willing to give an inch. Whether battling the masked villains of Mephisto and Dante or the powerhouse Mighty Yankees, Buddy Wayne and Len Rossi represented everything fans loved about professional wrestling. They fought with honor, determination, and heart, never backing down from a challenge. Years later, wrestling fans still remember Buddy Wayne and Len Rossi as one of the most beloved tag teams of Southern wrestling. Their legendary rivalries, packed arenas, and unforgettable victories helped define an era and secured their place among the great tag teams of wrestling history.
Well, that's all for today, wrestling fans. Hope you enjoyed the show. I am Grady Reeves, signing off, and see you Monday morning for Morning Folks.